What is up, this Swift here, and today I have the product that I was talking about in my previous video. Someone sent me this. Actually, the company themselves have a sales rep, and she sent me this for review and unboxing. So I'm very excited. This is a 10-port USB 3.0 powered USB 3.0 hub. So this is very useful, as I had another video previously about how you can use a USB hub to charge your become a charging port. This time around we have a USB 3.0 one that will do that as well, but of course we can use it for your computer if you want to. There are many uses for a USB hub. For example, cable management. You can have a hub there and then have all your wires go into the hub, and you can save it from running all your cables right to the back of your computer, and instead have just one main USB cable to the back of your computer. So this is the model A3H10. I suppose it means USB 3, and then we have 10 ports for the hub. I'm not too sure. And this, I'm not too sure if this is the retail packaging, but I believe it is. Nowadays a lot of companies, at least from what I see, they like to do this very simplified packaging, which is good and bad, I guess. You don't get to see all the flashy stuff, but it saves packaging and printing material, etc., and it can probably cut costs. I'm not too sure, but as you can see, there is nothing much around the box. We have some information about their company, Orico Technologies. They produce, I do know of this company actually beforehand, and they do produce quite a few very premium quality products, and usually they are computer peripherals and accessories like USB hubs. Let's see what I can think of my head. Now I can't think of anything else, but yeah. Oh yeah, USB docks, yeah, hard drive docks, etc. They all have it covered. So some rather bad English, but it's okay. So I guess it's to ease your PC, not make your PC easy, I guess. Alright, so let's just take a look. So this slides off. Oops, smash the tripod there. Okay. Okay, so we have this brown looking box, and then I believe it opens up. Yep. Alright, so inside we have the USB hub, USB 3.0 hub. Now I would suggest that everyone, if you're going to buy USB hub, if you're intending to use it for like your portable hard drives, etc., do make sure you buy a powered one, or one that allows you to plug in a DC power input or AC power input, because the power from the USB port alone, from the main USB port alone, is not enough to drive that many portable hard drives, etc., especially if you're going to use a few simultaneously. So that's something you should take note of. So of course this one is powered, and we'll take a look inside once we have a look at all these other stuff they provide. So first up we have the power adapter. Okay, standard power adapter. Let's see what's its rating. Alright, input. Okay, a standard switching one, so you can use it in any country, and the output is 12 volts at 3000 milliampere. Right, so I guess it's 0.3 amps per port. Oh no, that is, yeah, I guess so. Alright, that's the power. And we have the cable itself, the wall plug. We also have a USB 3 cable. This goes into your USB hub, and this goes to your computer. Now it's quite short. So for those of you who are looking to use this as a cable management solution, you might need to buy a longer cable. Okay, it's pretty short. Not that long. Okay, I can capture it in video, but it's not that long anyways. Alright, we have a USB 3 cable, and we have some documentation. So we have a card. We love to hear from you. Okay, like a business card kind of thing. Lets you know some of this stuff and how to contact them if you have any questions. Okay, that's nice. And we also have a instruction menu, or a product menu, user menu. Okay. You can just read some of that, but I guess you don't need to. Okay, this is some of the other products. So they have the 7-port version, 4-port, and yeah, 4, 7, and 10. You can see some of the specifications and what. And behind is the Chinese version. Okay, let's just read some of the product features. Aluminium material. Okay, that's very nice, popular and fashionable. We have to take a look for that for ourselves. LED indicative power. Okay. Alright. Independent. Yeah, this is the main thing, right? If you're going to buy something, a hub, and you're going to use a lot of devices that require a lot of power. For example, again, portable USB hard drives, your 2.5-inch Western Digital, My Passport, etc. If you can use like 2 or 3, you make sure you get a powered USB hub, which this one I have here is. If not, you're not going to be able to run all the hard drives anyway. So there we go, independent power supply to connected devices. Alright, that's very nice. Let's just take a look at the hub itself. Now this is very big. Okay, it's not the smallest one, but I guess the main reason why this is so big is probably because the circuitry inside is, I guess, higher grade. I'm not too sure. I'm not an electrical engineer of any sort, but yeah, there we go. It's black in color, and we have 10 ports. So they were talking about the LED indicators. So if it's in use, I guess it will light up. I'll let you take a look when it's in action. But wow, okay. Nothing else. Alright, it looks actually pretty good. Besides the size, I guess you can mount it somewhere, and it should work as well. It looks really elegant, right? Yeah, that's very nice. Aluminium finish. And there we go, the DC in, USB 3, and a power switch as well. So you can actually off it. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, this is the Orico A3H10. A powered USB 3.0 10-port hub. And we'll have to take a look. I'll try to plug as many portable hard drives as I have to see if it works. And it should. And I'll get back to you again. So this is the unboxing. I'll do a review and some of my thoughts later. As usual, my previous video where I talked about USB hubs before, this is very, very useful to have, especially when you do not have sufficient ports available, or if, for example, you're using a PCI USB 3.0 controller because you're using a older computer that does not have a native USB 3.0 ports. Now something like this will be so useful, because you expand from 1 port or 2 port your host card into 10 if it supports, of course, which it should. So yeah, very nice. I'll get back to you again and let you see when it's in when I'm using it, to let you just see some action. Alright, so what you're looking right now is that I just plugged it in just to see if it is working or not, and sure it is working. You can see that's the full the USB 3.0 hub, and I plug in the power. Again, there is one sad thing though, is that the USB hub does not work if you do not put in the power. Now you have seen some hubs out there that let you choose whether you want to use a DC power in, or if not, you can just use it as it is. But this one requires you to use their provided DC power adapter, otherwise it will not work. And then the power button, you have to actually turn it on, like press it to switch it on. So that's one thing that's really cool. So if you want to turn it off completely. You can just press the button, which is very nice. And the thing is, USB 3.0, it provides you power to charge a tablet. Take a look at this. I'm not sure you can see it, but let's see if we can. There we go, charging. This is a Galaxy Note version 1. Charging 24%. Now that's a very nice thing about USB 3.0, and because this is a powered hub as well, you will get the best of all worlds. So you actually can use this to charge like 10 devices at once, I suppose. 10 tablets, you can do that. It's definitely a possibility. So as you can see, because it requires this power input, I suggest that if you're looking for a product for your desktop environment, this is definitely one that you should look out for. It looks elegant. Now the size may be huge, but it feels a very, very high quality, and you can actually mount it somewhere and it looks elegant. You can see the black aluminium finish. It looks fabulous. Alright, so what you're seeing right now is a very, very messy desk with lots and lots of devices and gadgets, and what I want to say is that everything is plugged into the USB port and everything is charging. All the smartphones are charging, and the tablet is charging as well. This one here isn't, because I didn't plug it in. I have ran out of cables, but that's not the problem. I have 3 USB 3.0, 2.5 inch portable hard drives connected. They're all reading well. However, one of the USB 3.0 hard drive has a signature conflict or something like that. There's nothing to do with the USB hub. That's more of the 2 drive. You can read more about that, but that's nothing to do with the hub. So I only can test with 2 drives, and I also have a USB 2.0 hard drive connected as well. Now everything is detectable by the device manager on my computer, which you will see as well, and you will see on the screen. I'm going to showcase the performance, whether or not it will allow the transfer of all these hard drives at once, and see whether it hits possibly the hard drives performance, whether you can hit the maximum performance for each of the hard drive. Now this is not a very scientific way of doing things, but what I have here is all 3 drives open up. I have pasted a 500 megabyte file here. As you can see here, Office Productivity log in all 3 drives, and what I'm going to do is basically to overwrite them all at once, so you can see the performance while it is transferring to all 3 drives at the same time. Now again, there are 2 USB 3.0 drives and 1 USB 2.0 drive. Now we can test it out right now, and perhaps we'll take a quick look at the drive, as in the USB hub now. As you can see it in its glory. Look at that. Look at that. All almost filled, left 2 more ports, and everything is working. So what I can say is that right now, as of now, the power management within the USB hub is absolutely perfect. Now there are cheaper ones out there that you can buy that I've faced before, that once you plug in too many devices, what happens is that the drive, some of them do not get power, and the circuitry within the USB hub isn't as good. But this one, I can say the Orico A3H10 has very, very high quality components inside as of now. Now let's see the performance. So I'm going to copy and paste it. Right, so I'm going to copy and paste it in all 3 drives. And you can see here. Alright, so what I want to do now is to go and quickly press everything, and then we'll see how it performs. So here we go. As you can see now, the performance towards the end, it hits the maximum performance, and this is the USB 2 drive anyway. So it is by no means the USB hub itself is not hitting its maximum at all. As in, the bandwidth is not, it allows for maximum bandwidth, and it's really good. We can show you again. This is a USB 3 drive. The performance you see towards the end, it hit about 70 to 80 max. You can see here it's going to have the same thing as well. So it's going to take a little bit time to hit the maximum. And you can see it doesn't bottleneck the hard drive speed at all using this USB hub. So it is incredible, absolutely incredible. Now I have 4 drives plugged in right now. I believe if you have 10 portable hard drives all plugged in, of course the bandwidth is going to be max, and there will be some throttling and some speed loss in some of the drives if you're gonna use all at once, that is. But as of now, if you, like me, is already crazy enough that you have 3 drives that you're gonna use simultaneously, read and write on them, this USB hub is no slouch. It performs wonderfully. So all I can say is that the performance, the components in this USB hub is definitely living up to its standard. It provides the performance, and of course I've mentioned many times already, well, the size is big, it looks really good. So yeah, that's about it. And one more thing before we go, the feature that I want to show you, let's see if we can just station the camera here. Okay, alright, I want you to take a look at this. Now I'm going to safely remove one of the drive, and you see that the light indicator will pop off. Give me a second. And you can see there, right there, one of the light just popped off. That one over there, it popped off. So it's really cool indication that if it's not connected to your computer, I guess there's some kind of circuitry or something like that that tells you if it's safely removed or not. I'm not too sure, but yeah, look at that, safely removed, and the light just goes off. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Right, I guess it's time to conclude and wrap everything up. I know this video has gone a little bit long already, but yeah, let's just make it a complete one. So anyway, this is a USB 3.0 hub, 10 ports powered, and it is made of quality components. It looks absolutely very slick and can fit in any kind of desktop environment. I guess it's not so suitable for a laptop or portable kind of thing, but you can do that too, mainly because of its size. It's slightly bigger. But that said, everything works very well. As you can see in my test, not a very scientific one, but in my test you can see that all the portable hard drives are running at their maximum speed, and well, everything else is still charging. All my devices, nothing has gone wrong. So all I can say is that the circuitry within the USB hub itself is very high quality, and it works perfectly well. Now there's just one downside to this USB hub, is its price. Now it's slightly pricey compared to the cheapest kind of USB 3.0 hub that you can find, especially if you search on Amazon. Now all the links to the product will be in the description. But that said, if you are looking for quality components and something that will last, now the Orico A3H10 is something that I feel that will last for a very long time. And looking at all its how it feels to the touch, and then how I already tested with 7 devices rather, and everything works perfectly well, I guess it is obviously living up to its expectations. So yeah, that's it. This is the A3H10 and it's a very good buy if you're looking for a USB 3.0 hub.